What's up, beautiful people? Jaquel Winbush here, your host of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. On today's episode, I will be talking to Charles Osinowo. He's a fitness coach over at Woodbridge, Edison, and Clark, CKO Kickboxing. If you're a workout enthusiast or you just like to let it burn, this episode is for you. Let's get into it. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow.
Daddy, it's time to start your podcast.
Today's episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast is sponsored by Tourmaline Wellness. We offer only the highest quality nutritional supplements available. Get free shipping on all orders over $100 and receive a free wellness consultation from Ladybug Natural Solutions on all orders over $200. Go to www.tourmalinewellness.com and shop today. Hey, Charles, how are you doing today, my man?
Good. Thank you for asking. Just all is well. Hope everything's good on your end.
It is. You know, dealing with this coronavirus and you being in the wellness industry as well. You are a coach, a boxing coach at CKO Kickboxing. And you have, 3 locations right now?
That is correct. We have 3 locations located in the central part of New Jersey. We have one in Edison, New Jersey. We have a second one in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and our newest club that opened about 2 years ago is in Clark, New Jersey.
Wow.
They're all within about 20 minutes of each other.
Beautiful. So how's everything going like right now? I guess dealing with the whole coronavirus and things just, I guess starting to get back to normal a little bit?
We have some measure of normalcy. Obviously we had to open with all the guidelines that were given with the states under a very limited capacity. So from a business perspective, we're keeping everything very, very simple just to be able to stay open. It's very tough with, trying to keep your overhead as it was with limited capacity, but we're making it work. We're at 25% capacity. We have far less classes on the schedule. We have to work out obviously with the mask indoors. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, in 2 of our locations, we have a little bit of leeway to do some outside workouts. So we've been able to offer some indoor and outside workouts at very limited times throughout the week.
Beautiful. Yes, I've been paying attention. I was a member of CKO Kickboxing until I had to, move out to between Texas and New Jersey. And guys, I just want to let you all know this is a place where you leave it on the mat. Like there's no playing around. There's a playing around, but it's a very excellent place to get a beautiful workout, an excellent sweat, and great consistency from all of the trainers there. Charles was the kind of words, boss. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, man. Charles was that guy for me. We instantly clicked, and I had to be at all Charles's classes. If I wasn't at one of Charles' classes, man, I felt like I wasn't getting that extra burn. Everybody, no, don't get me wrong. Everybody else gave that burn, but Charles, it's different. This guy is special right here when it comes to that.
Yeah, you were definitely one of those faces I was always happy to see. When I walked into class as instructors, we love having all patrons in class, but nothing's better as a coach than having someone that comes into the class and understands the message you're trying to project, and they're all about it. And from the first minute to the very last second they walk out, they're ready to embody and soak up just about everything you want. Absolutely. It's a blessing for us as coaches, especially with group fitness, to have individuals that embody it the way like you do. And that's our job, in essence, anyway, to try to make most people understand it. So what we're selling is not rocket science, It's just like we're trying to sell you on a lifestyle change. And we find, like, to echo the kind words you just used to describe our facility and myself, our job is just to try to make you understand that fitness is great, and we've created an atmosphere where you can come in and just feel at home and do something that's highly effective, but yet entertaining and exciting. It's fun. It's fun to be there, as you can attest to. I was actually talking about you this morning to some of my colleagues when I was talking about the podcast we were doing. I remember clearly because you were so good at it. You
Mhm.
remember the opportunity we had to get you in front of people as a coach because you
Yes.
were just so like you loved you embodied it so well. I was glad to see you actually go into a similar industry.
Yes.
Once on your own, and I was very happy to see it was magical and it was clear
Yes,
that
sir.
that's still you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I like what you just said. It's a lifestyle change, and that's what it is because you guys really incorporate mind, body, and spirit there. Because it's like you add a little bit of the yoga practice there. You add some kickboxing in there, and then you get in people's heads and make
Right.
them bring out the best in themselves. Some
That's
people
the
come
best
in
part.
there.
That's the most important part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yep. Because some people come in there and they feel like they can't do it, but the coaches and the staff, you guys really hone in on saying yes, you can. And then by the
Right.
time from day one, and saying, okay, this is how you hit the bag, this is how you kick the bag. Giving those instructions, and the next thing you got lifetime customers. Off of just that one interaction in the beginning. And that's a
That is
beautiful
correct.
thing.
Yep.
A beautiful thing. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
How did you get
Yeah.
started?
Fortunately,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
right. Perfect. That was actually going to be my next statement. But that's it. I'm one that I'm very picky in things I get into. I like to put everything into very little amount of things as opposed to doing everything. And the reason why we are the way we were is because we found the one thing we were able to just love from the first time we did it. We practically worked for a different fitness studio for free for many months. They couldn't afford to keep us there, but it was just such a rewarding job. We joined as members, myself, Roy, and Mike. We met at a smaller studio. And those are my partners, by the way. I just
Hmm.
mentioned. We met at the smallest kickboxing studio, same concept, CKO Kickboxing. It was in a different town about 10 years ago. I think we joined as members, and just like you were, we loved every bit of it, and we
Hmm.
became very involved. And we were approached by the owners, like, "Hey, why don't you become instructors?" And we did, and we started to help, manage and obviously direct things within the studio. And we just decided to venture into the business aspect of it because, once passion is there, I mean, and the drive is there, and you have good work ethic, business that's small business ownership in a nutshell, really. Like they're very, well, passion driven, hardworking people, and we happened to just have three guys that had those qualities, and we had a good amount of following because
Hmm.
we were very genuine. It wasn't about money for us. It was just about trying to bring what we love so much to everyone. And we opened our first studio in 2012, and there was a huge response to that, and we're like, why not just keep growing, and that's where we are today, minus a little glitch that COVID,
Yeah.
you know, threw our way earlier this year. But things have been, thank God, been great and fun to be a part of.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but you guys are kicking back from that COVID, man. I see you out there in the parking lots, getting it in at night, getting it in
Right.
with your people and doing your personal training and just giving it to them, and they're receiving it. So it's something beautiful to watch. And if you guys could
Thank
go
you.
over to the CKO Edison, well, actually, if you give out the information, of where they can find you guys at.
Of course, yes. So if you go on our website, it's CKO Kickboxing. Obviously, it's a franchise website because a lot of I'm not sure where your listeners are located.
Mm-hmm.
We are franchise, which means there are enough clubs everywhere around the state and the nation. So CKO Kickboxing is the website. Now we are located in the central part of New Jersey. So if you wanted to look up one of our clubs from that site, you can put your zip code and tell you what's closest to you. Of course, if you're looking to come directly to our club, then you can go on our site. It's CKOEdison.com for the Edison location, CKOWoodbridge.com for the Woodbridge location, and CKOClark.com for the Clark location. And you can see our address there. You can book into class over there. Generally, we offer a free trial for first-time patrons. Obviously, with the limited capacity and such high demand right now, we have limited spots for free trials, but if patrons contact us, we can get them into a class to give it a shot. or they can buy three trial classes to just get in and get a taste for the program if they're not ready to sign up yet.
Yes, totally worth it, guys. Totally worth it. Hey, Charles, can you give out your Instagram too, man? Because you do a lot of great work on your Instagram, and it's like very exciting to see every time I see one of your posts. It's like it just brings like I got to get out there and get it done. It definitely, yeah, man. It definitely gives you that enthusiasm, that drive. But if you can give that out to the people too.
Sure. Yes. My Instagram page is Charles Osinowo, which is my first name and last name, just one word, Charles Osinowo. And that's CHARLES, last name OSINOWO. So it's CHARLESOSINOWO. And thank you for the kind words again. It's just that's my Instagram page is an indication of the exciting lifestyle we have in the gym.
Yes.
It's unfiltered. It's what it is.
Yes.
People are happy from the first moment they walk in till the last minute they walk out. And I just have an opportunity to, have a front row seat to all of it. And I document and share with the entire world, and to show people like, hey, I'm human. I go home and I do other things other than fitness. I just, I share it. But every minute within the gym, however exciting it is, I try to document and share it with the world. Even now with the mask and the outside boxing, and things being a little different from where they were, people are still very happy to be back there and doing what they love.
Absolutely, absolutely. And guys, if you love music, these studios are the place to be for the great music as far as the workouts, man, because, music is everything when you're working out, and their playlist, oh, man, it's awesome. It keeps you going. It keeps you going, keeps you going. I'm getting excited just sitting in this chair over here. Man. Hey, Charles, how did you like growing up? Like, what sports did you play?
So I played, my original sport was soccer.
Okay, me too.
I played soccer, and then, once I started to venture into like my older age, 18, 19, I started picking up other things like basketball, tennis, football. I pretty much played everything. But I had an opportunity to play about 2 years of collegiate soccer, because I played in high school. I had about 2 years to play collegiate soccer, and then it just became overwhelming for me, with the classes. But I played in leagues up until a few years ago. I kept playing. Of course, boxing took a precedence of late because it's got to be one or the other with how much tasking sports are. Yes. So I kind of slowed it down. But those are my major loves. Soccer and basketball are my top two. I love playing sport. I love moving basically.
Yeah.
And that's usually how I train today, which is why I enjoy boxing. Like when it comes to health and fitness and wellness, as you already know, the number one thing I tell my clients on when they walk in the door is, hey, you have to move.
Yes.
You have to move better, and you have to move better consistently. When you do that with a little bit of a lifestyle change outside of the gym, even if it's something as simple as just replacing juice or some kinds of sodas with water, you're going to see a difference, and that's just like the model of sports, right? That's why athletes look the way they do, because they move, and they move all the time, and they just move naturally. They do things their bodies can do, and they look the way they do because of the consistency. And you can see what happens when they stop moving. You can see how their bodies change very fast. And once I think patients understand that, they enjoy what they do. Like you said earlier, boxing becomes fun, and it stops becoming a workout. It's like, oh, I'm going to do what I love to do.
Absolutely.
And it just becomes a lifestyle change completely.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and I like what what you said about moving, because I tell that to my clients all the time as well. I say, you have to keep moving. A lot of people, they want to sit around and they want to watch TV and they just say, oh, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that, but I have to keep consistently letting them know, and just people on social media as well, and people around me, that, when the body doesn't move, that's when the body gets sick. That's when things start to set in, and you have to keep that movement to keep things moving around, and like you said, just like, when I used to come to the gym and, you hit the boxing shuffle to get your body, like, I don't want to see nobody standing still, boxing shuffle, and it's like now that it's like, after a while, it starts to set in, and then you start to realize how important
Right.
movement really is in your everyday life. So
Sure is.
I love that you said that. Appreciate that.
Right. Yes, that's and which is why boxing is a good like Kickstarter or conversation starter for everyday people
Mm-hmm.
who haven't really embarked on any kind of extensive like fitness regimens or programs. Boxing is just an age old. It's a very old like discipline. It's exciting, and there's so many different elements to it, and you can box at a minimal level without doing anything crazy. You can go crazy like you used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you can do all the extra stuff, like you said, like the shuffling, the rolling, and the other things you work into the program, the strength routines, or you can come in and be satisfied with just boxing. It's just a beautiful thing. If you can honestly identify with boxing and the simplicity of it, then you can graduate to anything else. So I know everyone always says, but is it the most effective workout for me?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't I be doing less cardio? Shouldn't I be strength training? Shouldn't I be doing this? I'm like, absolutely. Fitness is not just one element. It's
Yes.
about being able to move better, lifting, having enough muscle, and eating clean.
Mm-hmm.
But the motivation and the drive and the discipline and the know-how to do all those little things are so complex. Unless you have the money or the time to research another zone, the best move is to find something exciting for you, even if it's dancing or, but fortunately for us, we have boxing, just identify with it. And then if you graduate from there, you have enough discipline, and then you can start to add other things like the nutrition, which you do a very fine job, sir, educating us on.
Thank you
and
very
then
much.
finding other routines like strength that, like aesthetics. Aesthetics is great, but it's not the most important thing in the world. And if you move better and you feel good on the inside and you love how, you love what you're doing, it's okay if your arms are not as big as you wish they were. It's not everyone's portions, which is one of the great things about our gym. People do it and they enjoy it, and, they don't absolutely have to look exactly how they want to look, but they feel great on the inside and the outside.
Yes, that's very important, very important. And you guys have weights there too. So, if you guys want to get that personal training, Will Charles or any of the other people there, you could definitely do so. They have, basically a full gym inside of a studio. So, So it's a beautiful place to be. If you're in the Central New Jersey area, again, go check them out at Clark, Edison, and Woodbridge locations. Charles, what do you guys? I guess with COVID, like after COVID, have y'all like thought of anything after COVID? You just going with the flow right now, as far as putting things together.
As far as what?
As far as like putting things together for like for clients and things like that, or you just going with the flow of everything and just seeing how things go.
Yeah, I think as for now, we're just trying. As for us, the biggest thing, as you can attest to, is the engagement. Getting people just excited again and feeling the sense of community and wanting to be there. It's not about the regiment, So post COVID, we've just tried. Even during COVID, as I'm sure you were watching, was how can we keep our members engaged?
Yes.
Give them that sense of community and let them know that they still have that level of accountability. That's what we're thinking about. And we're like, give them virtual classes. We did that, and we did not charge people for it. And post-COVID, we came back and thought of ideas of how to just get people in. It wasn't about how to make money right away.
Yes.
So right now, we're just going with the flow of trying to give people enough classes where they can get in, and just keep working out. We've not really put together a program going forward, and how we're going to operate, because we don't know really with the ever-changing landscape of, we don't know anything. We don't know how what's going to change, if the state's going to change the rules or whatnot. So we're just happy to be open, and we're upping the programs how we used to. We've limited our classes to 45 minutes. We used to do hour-long. We do 45 minutes. Obviously, we have less classes, but there's, as far as like the delivery and like how the programs go, it's still all the same.
Okay, cool.
The engagement is slightly different. We try to limit, obviously, how much interaction or social engagement or what we can do within the gym, which is one of the best things I enjoyed about work, the camaraderie, people hanging out after class, we going out for our member meetups and doing some of the more exciting things we used to do.
Yes.
Those things obviously are currently up the table. But as far as the workouts, we're still delivering that on a lesser scale, but to the same tune.
Yes. So, folks, as you can hear, very good, close-knit community there. Everybody takes care of each other, looks out for one another, and just make sure you leave it on the mat when you leave. So, Charles, it's been a pleasure, my man. You know what? Before you get off, what are the top 3 tips you could give somebody for right now to get back into their wellness and get up off that couch? What are your top 3?
First one I would say is, you know what, I was telling everyone, find something that you enjoy. Honestly, find something you enjoy and do it, and it doesn't matter what it is. That's the first tip. You know, once you find it, create a routine create a regimen for yourself. Nothing too tasking. Okay, create a regimen for yourself, and with that regimen, find a slight level of accountability, like a significant other or a buddy to work out with, or something like maybe you write it down, maybe you put it on social media, like I'm running, like just something like clockwork, like like Jaquil's running again today for his Thursday 8 a.m. run, and then that's accountability. People are going to expect it. When you don't post it, they're going to tell you, hey buddy, what's up, you didn't run today? I've had people message me like, say, Charles, are you sick today? You didn't post at all on Instagram. I was like, no, I'm just giving you guys a break. So finding a level of accountability. Find a regimen. It could be 10-minute walks after eating. It could be a boxing class you enjoy. It could be a bike ride around Jamaica. They could walk in your dogs. You'd be surprised of the effectiveness of very, very simple routines like that. As long as it's consistent, it's very effective. And third and final thing is just small lifestyle changes in the kitchen. It's very, very important. Find a way to educate yourself on nutrition. Most people believe nutrition has to be very rigid and distasteful. That is not true, as you can attest to, sir.
Yes.
You can find a lot of very, very good, healthy alternatives to some of the things we're so used to. There's no reason why anyone should eat fried, greasy, processed foods with so much processed sugar on a consistent basis. There's things far more exciting and cheaper to get and prepare yourself. I think that you can do. So I would do those 3 things. Find a simple routine, find some level of accountability, and stay consistent with it. And just pick 1 or 2 things you can change. That you can add to that to change your lifestyle, nutrition wise. And if you don't know, even if it's $10 a month or $20 a month or even a little more, pay someone for some kind of like health and wellness nutrition knowledge, someone that can hold you accountable and give you tips on how to change. You don't want to pay for that, you can pay someone for a meal service. They have that everywhere now. Even if you're only buying 5 to 7 meals a day, or maybe you're committing to buying some kind of like wellness shakes from somewhere, like that matters. Even if it's only 20, if it's changing your nutrition by 20 to 30%, it's a good conversation starter. It can go a long way. Those are small things that helped me get here today.
Absolutely.
It was just one conversation at a time, one step at a time, one routine at a time, having friends in the right place at a time to hold me accountable. And fast forward 10 years, I don't think till the day I die, I would ever live without, like some level of fitness and wellness in my life,
Yep. Thank you very much. Charles Osinowo, everyone. Charles, CKO Kickboxing is in the building, trying to get it razzled and dazzled. Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. You're very, very welcome, man. And I will definitely talk to you soon. And then I'll be I'm gonna stop in there too. I got to figure out where you at. I'll hit you up when I touch down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I can come check you guys out and see how everything's going.
I can be everywhere at any time.
I know you can, sir.
For the right people, that's my job.
Yes.
And your fans are very, very fortunate. Your audience are very fortunate to have someone who's a plethora of knowledge and who's genuine like yourself. I had to throw that out there.
Thank you very much.
Your message for me, I believe me. Sometimes you scroll and sometimes you stop to listen and pay attention, and that's your page for me. There's not a day that goes by I don't see an information about something I didn't have before or motivational quote. So I'm always looking forward to yours also. So,
man, I appreciate that.
Your fans are fortunate to have you. And thank you, of course, for adding to the pool of knowledge for the regular world. I think that's what the world is missing. You know,
Yes.
COVID took off flight because of information and misinformation and fear. And I think fitness needs to make a comeback with genuine people telling people this is more important than anything else out there. We need to educate people that look, ordering Uber Eats and sitting at home is not the way to go.
Yes,
I think the world has gotten comfortable with everything else. It doesn't matter. We need to start. Yes, we need to start the conversation on fitness and wellness and eating well and living forever and not running to the doctors, but running to the organic supermarket and getting the things that help your body. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
No, thank you again.
You're very welcome.
Forward to to seeing you and maybe speaking to you under any capacity, my brother. Good to talk to you.
You also. I'll talk to you soon, Charles. Be well.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey guys, I would like to thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast with my man Charles of CKO Kickboxing. To learn more, go to www.ckokkickboxing.com. You can look up Edison, you can look up Woodbridge, and you can look up Clark, New Jersey areas. If you're in another area, absolutely look up that area as well. Until next time, enjoy.